Hello everyone, welcome to lecture series on functional analysis. Today we will learn some theorem and some examples which are not Banach space. So first theorem is given over here, that is a statement is for 1 less than or equal p less than infinity, define the set LP with closed interval AB as the set of all functions from closed interval AB to closed interval minus infinity to plus infinity such that f is Lebesgue measurable and integration with limit a to b of modulus of f of t to the power p into dt less than infinity. The set LP closed interval AB is the set of all Lebesgue measurable Lebesgue integral function f on closed interval AB such that this modulus of f of p to the power p is Lebesgue integral on closed interval AB. So here is LP closed interval AB and here is L infinity closed interval AB. So L infinity closed interval AB is a set of all functions from closed interval AB to minus infinity to infinity such that the function f is Lebesgue measurable and modulus of f is less than or equal to m everywhere. Here a dot e means everywhere on closed interval AB for some m greater than 0. So modulus of f is defined as mu of the set, right? Mu is a Lebesgue measurable on closed interval AB. So Lebesgue measurable of this set, the set is all t belonging to closed interval AB such that modulus of f of t greater than this m will give 0, right? So the set of all Lebesgue measurable functions on closed interval AB bounded everywhere on this interval, closed interval AB. So this is this theorem and we are not going to prove of this theorem. So equality in LP closed interval AB where my P is in between 1 less than or equal P less than infinity. Let 1 less than or equal p less than infinity. If I am taking two functions from this space, it means f and g belonging to LP closed interval AB have defined f equal g. So when I am saying that these two functions are equal, so if my f of t is equal to g of t everywhere where t belonging to closed interval AB. So when I'm saying that these two functions are equal, if this two value f of t is equal to g of t everywhere uh, with t belonging to closed interval AB. Next, for 1 less than or equal to p, strictly less than infinity, define the norm p as a function from LP closed interval AB to R as L norm p of f is equal to integration with limit a to b of modulus of f of t to the power p into dt and whole to the power 1 upon p for every function f is in LP closed interval AB. So by Lebesgue integral and with this norm infinity is the function from LP closed interval AB to R by norm infinity of f is essential supremum of the function modulus of f of f. So what is essential supremum of this function is infimum of this set. So set is infimum of the set where set is all m greater than 0 such that modulus of f less than or equal m everywhere on closed interval AB. So in norm infinity of function f is a set that is infimum of this set. Set is described as all m greater than 0 such that modulus of f less than or equal m everywhere on this interval, and my f is in LP closed interval AB. So in LP space, their Holder inequality and Minkowski's inequality states there, which is first Holder inequality. So let 1 less than or equal p less than infinity, and given condition 1 upon p plus 1 upon q is equal to 1, if my function f is in space LP closed interval AB and my function g is in the space LQ closed interval AB, then f and g both are in L1 closed interval AB, and integration with limit a to b modulus of f of t into g of t into dt, which is less than or equal to integration with limit a to b modulus of f of t to the power p dt and whole to the power 1 upon p into integration with limit a to b modulus of g of t to the power q into dt and whole to the power 1 upon q. So this is Holder inequality in this LP or LQ space, right? So Minkowski's inequality in LP space statement is for 1 less than or equal p less than infinity, norm p of function f plus g, which is less than or equal to norm p of function f plus norm p of function g, and my f and g functions are in the space LP closed interval AB. So next theorem is Ritz's theorem. Statement is for 1 less than or equal p less than infinity. Here norm p is a function which is defined as LP closed interval AB to R by norm p of function f. Here there are two values for p. First for 1 less than or equal p less than infinity, and second is if p is equal to infinity, right? When my p is in between 1 less than or equal to p less than infinity, then the value of function is integration with limit a to b modulus of f of t to the power p into dt, and f is in this space LP closed interval AB. And if the value of p is infinity, for that the value of function or value of this norm is infimum of the set. The set is all m greater than 0 such that modulus of f less than or equal to m everywhere on closed interval AB. So is a norm on the space LP closed interval AB, and this space is Banach space over K. So this is all about Ritz's theorem. Next theorem is let C00 is a set. In this set, elements are all infinity tuples x1, x2, so on, xn, so on, where my all xn in K and n is running from 1 to up to so on. And xn is 0 where n greater than or equal to capital N for some capital N is in set of natural number n. So how to describe the element of this set is, here we have given that sum xn is 0. It means if I have n is equal to suppose 5, then x1 element is in this space C00, that is x1, x2, x3, x4, and after 4 all element are 0 because I have taken n is equal to 5, right? So 0, 0, 0, so on. Then C00 is a vector subspace of this space L infinity with norm infinity, and C00 infinity is a non-linear space over K and is not Banach space over K. So here we have to prove that that the space C00 with norm infinity is not Banach space. Right. Here is norm infinity is norm for this space, but every Cauchy sequence is not convergent, or if Cauchy sequence is convergent but uh, convergence point is not there, it means the point is not in the space C00, right? So first proof, clearly C00 is a subset, C0 is subset of C, and C is a subset of L infinity. So it is easy to check that C00 vector subspace of the space L infinity with infinity norm. And also C00 with infinity norm is a norm linear space over K. So remaining to prove is C00 with infinity norm is not Banach space over K. So it is enough to prove that C00 is not closed in L infinity with infinity norm. So for that, first define X and take element in this space C00. So I am taking Xn. So Xn is type of 1, 1 upon 2, so on, 1 upon n. After 1 upon n, all elements are in R000, right? This is true for every n equal to 1 to up to so on. So then Xn is in C00. This is true for every n equal to 1 to up to so on. So define point X which is 1, 1 upon 2, so on, 1 upon n, and after element 1 upon n is 1 upon n plus 1, so on. Then X is in L infinity. Our claim is Xn converges to X as my n tends to infinity in this space L infinity norm. So for that, take infinity norm with X minus Xn. You can here take Xn minus X. Here is norm. So you can write Xn minus X or X minus Xn. So put the value of element X, that is 1, 1 by 2, so on, 1 upon n, 1 upon n plus 1, and so on. Minus put the value of element of Xn, that is 1, 1 upon 2, so on, 1 upon n, and 0, 0, 0, 0. So here is 1 and here is 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 by 2, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is 0. So up to 1 upon n, here and here, all elements are 0. After 1 upon n plus 1 minus 0 will give 1 upon n plus 1. Here next element is 1 upon n plus 2 minus 0. So 1 upon n plus 2 and so on. So here infinity definition of infinity norm is supremum of this element, right? So I have taken supremum of 1 upon k, where k is running from 1 upon n plus 1 to up to so on. So here k is greater than or equal to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So supremum of this element that are 1 upon n plus 1, 1 upon n plus 2 and so on. So supremum is 1 upon n plus 1. Right. When my n tends to infinity, this 1 upon n plus 1 tends to 0. So we can say that Xn converges to X as my n tends to infinity in the space L infinity with infinity norm. Since Xn, where n is running from 1 to infinity, is subset of C00, but here my X is in not C00, right? Why? Because we define X as 1, 1 upon 2, so on, 1 upon n, 1 upon n plus 1. So here there is not element of type 0, 0, 0. So this X is in not C00. So C00 is not closed in this space, therefore this space is not Banach space over K. Right. Next example is given set P is equal to the set of all polynomial with coefficient in K. So describe this set as A0 plus A1x plus so on plus AN xn, where n in N and AI all are coefficient in the field K. And this is true for every I is equal to 1 to up to so on N. Then P is a vector subspace of the space C closed interval AB, and hence P with simply norm is a norm linear space over K and is not a Banach space over K. So this is the second example which is not Banach space. So it is easy to prove that P is a vector subspace of this space and this is a norm linear space, right? So remaining to prove is this space is not Banach space over K. So it is enough to prove that P is not closed in C closed interval AB. So for that, define P and polynomial as 1 plus x upon 1 factorial plus x square upon 2 factorial plus so on plus xn upon n factorial, and for every n equal to 1 to up to so on. Then we can set this Pn of x is in the set of P, right? So we know that exponential of x, it means expansion of e raised to x is 1 plus x upon 1 factorial plus x square upon 2 factorial plus so on plus xn upon n factorial plus x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial plus so on is in this space because e raised to x is continuous, right? Graph of e raised to x is continuous. So we can say that e raised to x, it means exponential of x is in the space C closed interval AB and is not in P. So Pn converges to exponential of x is, it means e raised to x, whereas my n tends to infinity in this space. So this is convergent, so we can write that exponential of x, it means e raised to x minus Pn of x. So put the expansion of e raised to x, that is 1 plus x upon 1 factorial plus x square upon 2 factorial plus so on plus x n upon n factorial plus x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial plus so on, and minus Pn of x. Put the value of this Pn of x, that is this, right? Subtract these elements. So remaining elements are 1 minus 1 0 x, this will become 0, this will become 0, and here is not up to, here is x n upon n factorial. So up to x n upon n factorial are cancelled and remaining element are from here, that is x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial plus so on. So it is in a norm of x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial plus x to the power n plus 2 upon n plus 2 factorial plus so on. So here use the definition of the simply norm, that is maximum of this element, right? So maximum of modulus of x n plus 1 n plus 1 factorial plus x n plus 2 upon n plus 2 factorial plus so on, and where my x is in closed interval AB. When I am applying this modulus to each term, here will become less than or equal to. So maximum of x belonging to closed interval AB, apply this modulus to each x, right? So here this sign become less than or equal to. So we have given that modulus of x is less than m. Put this value m to the power n plus 1 upon n factorial, n plus 1 factorial, here is n to the power n plus 2 upon n plus 2 factorial plus so on, turns to 0 as my m tends to infinity. for m greater than 0. So here we can say that Pn is convergence to exponential of x as my n tends to infinity in this space, but we know that the exponential function is in not P. Right, so P is not closed in this space. C0 closed in this space. Sorry, here is P norm. So P norm is not Banach space over K. Here is one more example, that is C with closed interval 0, 1 and norm 2 is not a Banach space over K when norm 1 of function f is described as closed integration with limit 0 to 1 of modulus f of t into dt, where my f is in C closed interval 0, 1. I am giving you this example is in homework. So next theorem is C closed interval 0, 1 with norm 2 is not a Banach space over K, where norm is defined as norm 2 of function f is integration with limit 0 to 1 modulus of f of t of square into dt and whole to the power 1 upon 2, and f is in C closed interval 0, 1, right? So we have to prove that this space is not Banach space. So let's start proof. Clearly C0, 1 is a subspace of L2 closed interval with 0, 1, and C0, 1 is a vector subspace of L2 closed interval 0, 1 with norm 2. So therefore, C closed interval 0, 1 with norm 2 is a normed linear space over K, because this norm 2 is a norm is satisfied for condition for norm. So remaining to prove is this space is not Banach space over K. So for that, let's define function fn for this space C closed interval 0, 1. So here fn is defined from closed interval 0, 1 to R by function f of fn t. I am taking partition of closed interval 0, 1 as first partition is if t belonging to closed interval 0 to 1 by 2. Second partition is if t is in between 1 by 2 to 1 by 2 plus 1 upon n. And third partition is if t belonging to 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon n to 1. Right. If t is in first interval, the value of function is 0. If t is in my second interval, the value of function is n into t minus 1 by 2. And if my t is in this third interval, the value of function is 1. Right. So then we can say that this f is in C closed interval 0, 1 because my function fn is continuous with this partition, right? This is true for every n equal to 1 to up to so on. So our claim is this function fn is a Cauchy sequence in the space C closed interval 0, 1 with norm 2, right? So for that, let m and n belong into the set of natural number n, and we know that n is greater than m. So n is greater than m, we can say that 1 upon n less than 1 upon m. Here is norm 2 of fn minus fm taking square. Here norm is defined as norm 2 is defined as norm 2 of function f is equal to integration with limit 0 to 1 modulus of f of t whole square dt and whole to the power 1 upon 2. If I am taking square here, so 1 upon 2 and square get cancelled, right? Only power 1. So here I am taking square of this norm. So there is not 1 by 2 here, right? So put the value of fn, that is integration with limit 0 to 1 fn of t minus fm of t, right? Now break this interval 0 to 1 into like this, like in 3 interval. So 0 to 1 by 2, function value is that is as it is. Second is 1 by 2 to 1 plus 1 upon n, and my n greater than m. So here is one more partition, that is 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon n to 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon m, and last one is 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon m to 1. Function value are this. So next one is right here 0 to 1 by 2. In 0 to 1 by 2, function value is 0. So there is not integral we write, right? Second one is 1 upon 2 to 1 upon 2 plus 1 is here. But in this interval, value of function is n into t minus 1 by 2 for fn. So here is n into t minus 1 by 2 for m into t minus 1 by 2 square dt, right? So in this interval, value of fn is 1, and m is greater than n greater than m. So here value is m into t minus 1 by 2 dt. And here is 1, value of function is 1, and here is also 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So value is 0. So there is only 2 integral remaining. So here t minus 1 by 2 take common, and here is square. So t minus 1 by 2 square. So remaining term is n minus m n square, that is n minus m whole square into t minus 1 by 2 whole square dt. Here same as this function or terms. So if you see this two, in this two integral, there are t minus 1 by 2 and t minus 1 by 2 is there. So let t minus 1 by 2 is equal to s. Then dt is equal to ds, right? If my t tends to here is 1 by 2, then s tends to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. It means s tends to 0. So when t tends to 1 by 2, s tends to 0. When my t tends to, here is limit t, so t tends to 1 by 2 plus 1 upon n, then my s tends to only 1 upon n, because here is 1 by 2 and here is 1 by 2 get cancels. So the limit will become, first integral is 0 to 1 upon n. So this is constant, so I am taking outside of this integral, and t minus 1 by 2 is equal to s. So s square into ds. So plus here is also t tends to 1 by 2 plus 1 upon n, then 1 by 2 get cancelled and s tends to 1 upon n. Same for here, will give 1 upon m. And here put the value of t minus 1 by 2, that is s. So 1 minus m s whole square into ds. Integrate this, integration will give s cube upon 3, and limit is 0 to 1 upon n, plus integrating this term will get 1 minus ms whole cube upon minus 3m, right? Differentiation of, in denominator, differentiation of minus ms, that is minus m and 3. and limit is 1 upon n to 1 upon m. Put here value of s is equal to 1 upon n. So n minus m whole square as it is. Here is 3 and put s is equal to 1 upon n, that is 1 upon n cube, and when you are putting 0, term becomes 0, plus put here first s is equal to 1 upon m. When we are putting here s is equal to 1 upon n, so here m is there, put m equal to s is equal to 1 upon n, so m into 1 upon m get cancelled, value is 1. So 1 is already here and value of this is 1, so 1 minus 1 is 0, so whole term will become 0 when we putting 1 upon m. So minus and this minus will get plus, taking outside 1 upon 3m, so 1 upon 3m, put the value of s is equal to 1 upon n, so that is m by n and whole to the power 3. Simplify this, will get n minus m upon n whole cube, so n minus m upon whole cube upon 3m n cube. Taking common n minus m whole square upon 3 into n cube will get, here is whole term taking common, so 1 plus here remaining part is n minus m upon m. So simplify this, will get n upon m. This is same. So here is n and 1 power less will become n minus m whole square upon 3mn square. So you can write it as this term as 1 upon 3m into n minus m upon n whole square, which is also less than 1 upon 3m n minus m upon m, because we know that this term is in between 0 and 1. Whenever we multiplying this 3 as n minus m upon n, so multiply this 0 by n minus m upon n will give 0. Multiply this to n minus m upon n, so taking square and multiply 1 by n minus m upon n will give less than n minus m upon n. So n minus m upon n whole square, which is less than n minus m upon n, and you can write it as 1 upon m minus 1 upon n. So this is function is less than 1 upon 3, 1 upon m minus 1 upon n. This is true for every n and m, n where n greater than m. So for this we can say that this sequence, Cauchy sequence, this is a Cauchy sequence in this pairs, right? And we know that this is also a Cauchy sequence in K. So our claim is that does not exist any f such that this is convergent to f such as n tends to infinity in this space. So there does not exist f, because we have to prove that our space is not Banach space, right? So our claim is there does not exist our f for in this space C closed interval 0 1. So for that, suppose f is exist, right? And after some that we contradict some fact. So for that, suppose that f is exists such that fn converges to f as my n tends to infinity, and limit of this is 0 where n tends to 0. So put the value of this, that is integration with limit 0 to 1 and this. Again break this integral 0 to 1. So value of this like this is equal to 0 to 1. So we know that whenever 0 to 1 t is in between 0 to 1 by 2, the value of this function is 0 and remaining function is f of t. So in 0 to integration with limit 0 to 1 by 2 f of t greater square dt plus here the function is same as, and here is the value of function is in this interval is 1, so 1 minus f of t whole square into dt. So whenever apply this limit to this integral will become only integral because there is not here in this integral n, right? So this is term is constant. So this apply second this limit to this integral will become limit n tends to infinity and this integral. Third is apply limit to this third integral will give limit n tends to infinity of this term is equal to 0. So first is here whenever apply limit n tends to infinity to this integral, the integral will become 0. Why? Because whenever you apply here n tends to infinity, integration this term, this 1 upon n goes to 0 and integral with limit 1 upon 2 to 1 upon 2 so will become 0. And here whenever you applying limit 1 upon n will give 1 upon 2 to limit 1 and this space. Here this is greater than or equal to 0 because modulus sign here, and also greater than or equal to here is 0 because here modulus sign is there. So whenever we say that two positive addition of two positive number is 0, each is 0, then we say that two positive, whenever we adding this two positive number is 0. So each integral are 0. So this shows that my function f of t is in between 0 to t is in between closed interval 0 to 1 by 2, and here is also this function 1 minus f of t is equal to 0 with this limit, that is t belonging to closed interval 1 by 2 1, right? So this is same as here, taking this f of t to this side will become f of t is equal to 1. This is contradiction because my function f is in, we supposed that my function f is in closed interval 0 to c with 0 to 1. Here is my f is not continuous, right? So there does not exist f in this space such that fn converges to f as my n tends to infinity. So this space is not a Banach space over K.